What's Going on Seaville was made possible through donations and services provided by Lighthouse Studio, Hollywood Theater Lab, Roxy Daisy,
There's a big white ghost in your brain. It's always on time, it's always the same, but after 35 seconds it's the same.
What's Going on Seaville? I am thrilled to be back. We have an exceptional lineup of guests and musical guests for 2012, and I am excited to bring them into your home. Now remember, when you're watching on either Channel 13 or online at facebook.com/WGO Seaville, you are supporting kids making television. Last year, I partnered up with nonprofit Lighthouse Studio to offer Charlottesville youth 100% scholarship to learn television production skills by crewing this very show. And we couldn't do it without you, our viewers, and our sponsors. So for more information on how to get involved as either a student or as a sponsor, please get hold of our executive director, Dina Gould, at dina@lighthousestudio.org. Tonight's musical guest, Tara Mills, with Strings Attached, will be performing their original Blue Ridge Mountain folk music. And we're going to be followed by special effects makeup guru Mariah Johnson. It's going to be a fabulous show. Take it away, Tara!
I got the call on Friday night, and it was you to say goodbye. Said you were leaving me alone with a broken heart to take me home. I said I'm sorry, my heart of gold cannot put up with your crooked soul. And on this evening, on the first of the year, you pledged your mind to leave me here. Here I go, once again, on this road that never ends. Here I stand on my 2 feet, without your love to comfort me. I know you're right, and I am wrong, and we were so good in each other's arms. But now you're gone away, and I'm too late. A resolution to keep you safe. Here I go. Your love to comfort me.
That was so awesome, you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
It's a pleasure. So I have to ask, who named the band? I love Tara Mills with Strings Attached. That is so cool. Did you name it?
Yeah, kind of. I've played in different groups of music, and lately, well, for a little while, I just played with different musicians, and since the lineup changed, I just went with Tara Mills with Strings Attached because the strings attached were always different people. So
you've always had strings around you, and now this is the new set of strings, which have names, I'm sure. We'll go down the line in a second. But how long have you guys been playing together?
Probably like around 1.5 to 2 years, depending on who maybe with
Who
Zach.
you ask.
I don't know. How long have we been playing together, Zach?
6 months or something.
Only 6
Oh,
months.
wow.
8 months for me.
Can you introduce the guys to us?
Yeah, so this is John Spangler on the banjo. He lives in Bridgewater, Virginia.
Wow.
So he's a great guy. He travels far and wide to play music.
He's a
with me.
traveling banjo man.
Right.
Love it.
This is Zachary Hudgens on the upright bass, and he lives in Richmond, Virginia. He plays with a couple other groups, but plays with me a lot, he's a great bass player, so I'm lucky to have him. And then Landon Fishburne over there on the lead guitar, and he's a Charlottesville native.
Excellent. Awesome. So you started singing and songwriting from a very young age, correct?
Yeah, well, I've always been, like, I wrote a lot of poetry when I was younger, and I even had a band in 5th grade and 6th grade, and I wrote all the songs. I still have the notebooks, and they're horrible, terrible songs, but, like, I've always just been a singer-songwriter. And then in college, I picked up a guitar because I was like, I have all these melodies in my head, but I don't know, like, I can sing them, but I don't have an instrument. So I just play.
And are you musically inclined? Like, did you play the piano? I mean, was music in your family, or was it something that you just were naturally good at?
No. My parents pushed me to play the piano when I was younger, and I, didn't like it as a child, and now I'm really thankful for it because it definitely helped a lot. But my father's very musical. He plays in 3 different bands, so.
Wow. It's in your blood.
So it was just part of what my family or my father did when we were younger. He'd always play music, so.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, where can our viewers see you? I'm sure you guys are appearing around town, and I know you have a busy schedule.
Yeah, we have a lot of gigs coming up. One really big gig on February 24th is our CD release party at the Southern Cafe and Music Hall. We're doing a double CD release with the Wrinkle Neck Mules, so that should be an awesome show.
Very cool.
And then we're opening up for the Carolina Chocolate Drops on January 31st at the Jefferson Theater.
Awesome.
So those will be 2 great shows to come out to.
You guys get around. And you travel from Bridgewater and Richmond to come to those gigs.
Oh, yeah.
Dedication. I love it. How about CDs? You've got the CD release. Do you have any other CDs that you sell? Or are you on Music Baby? Music Baby?
CD Baby?
Thank you, CD Baby.
No, we have a Reverb Nation page.
Oh, yes,
it's reverbnation.com/Tara Mills Music, or you can find us on Facebook at Tara Mills Music. I just have a demo right now that's out. It's 5 songs, so this is the first full-length album.
Awesome.
That'll be coming out in February.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Can they also see your appearance schedule at that website? At Reverb Nation?
The appearance here?
Like your appearance at the Jefferson and at the Southern?
There's a list of show dates. Yeah. Our list of show dates is on the Reverb Nation page and on the Facebook page.
Very cool.
Either or.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much for coming to What's Going On, Steve. You guys rocked. I mean, you went from you go from toe tap into haunting, and I mean, does it just come out of your mind like a stream of consciousness? How do you know when to make it like this, strings going crazy to something that's sort of more thoughtful and calm?
I don't know.
What are your inspirations? You call yourself Blue Ridge Mountain Folk. I love that.
Yeah, well, it's kind of made up. Well, growing up, I was a huge Grateful Dead fan, actually. And Jerry Garcia, started out playing bluegrass. He played the banjo, and so I listened to a lot of his old stuff and then got into, bluegrass. And the music I play, I feel like it's inspired by bluegrass, but it's not really traditional bluegrass. So that's why it's Blue Ridge Mountain Folk.
I love it. The Blue Ridge Mountain Folk, it feels like something you could touch. It sounds like something you could just touch, which is the feeling I get from you guys. You're just awesome. It's amazing to be around you while you're playing.
Cool, thanks so much.
Fantastic energy. So
awesome.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having us.
You're welcome. Up next, we have special effects makeup guru MARIAH JOHNSON, so you'll want to stay tuned for that. We're going to see some interesting makeup going on. Welcome back, everybody. Have you all met my boyfriend, Talon? Isn't he cute? Welcome to the show, MARIAH and Talon. All right, MARIAH, tell me what's going on here. Okay, first of all, where would you use this type of face, and what kind of person would he be?
He's a zombie, a zombie-esque person. He's got a wound right here going down across his face. He's got the splotchy skin, red under the eyes, looks like he's kind of infected, some veins over on the side here. And so, you know, he's looking pretty terrible. This piece up here is a brow piece. This is not actually his big brow. We put
latex?
Some, wax and latex.
Wax, okay.
Yeah. So wax molded and then a latex over top of it kind of seals it in.
No, do you have to melt the wax and then mold it? Like how, or is it
It's
like
a great
moldable
kind of,
wax?
it's moldable wax. You can just warm it up in your fingers and apply it and smooth it on. It gets a bit sticky, but if you know how to handle it, you can just put it on and then sculpt whatever you want in there, like these great, you know, lines in his brow.
Yeah, you're
and
looking.
the scar.
He looks a bit old and.
He does. He looks
disheveled.
a little worse for the wear. Yeah.
So, to finish this face, then you're gonna finish his face.
I am. I'm going to finish his face. Right here, we don't have any makeup on. I'm going to give him another scar using a different kind of material, and then put a little blood on him for the final touches.
Love some blood.
Yeah.
All right, good. Well, why don't you get started
Okay.
with that, and then I've got all sorts of fun questions to ask you. So,
All right.
did you teach yourself this?
I did. I'm self-taught.
That's amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you an artist?
I am an artist. I've always been an artist. I've always enjoyed painting, sculpting, you know, anything like that. And then I got into the film business and, you know, really just started as an actress. And it wasn't really my thing so much. I enjoyed it, but I kind of loved the behind the scenes in making the picture just, you know, from sets, from props to makeup. And I was thrown in just by chance. A person just needed a makeup artist. So I was like, I think I could do that. Do some wounds,
so
a burn.
brave.
And I was like, I think I could learn how to do that. And I actually had a friend of mine who went to school for it come down and teach me a few tricks. And from then I was just hooked. Like I just loved it.
You just couldn't stop making scars.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
bloody heads
yeah, just completely transforming somebody is just such a cool feeling, you know. And everybody just like, oh my gosh, how'd you do that? That was great. You know, what's it like?
Satisfying.
And it was.
Without
It was
too
really
much wait
satisfying.
time.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. It was really a cool feeling, and I just grew to love it, and I just kept learning more, getting books, videos, seminars, and you know, just going from there.
So you say you did it for film, but you do a lot of theater as well.
I do theater.
You most recently did, well, maybe it's not most recently because you're really busy, but The Producers,
Yes,
right? At
yeah,
Live Arts,
at Live
which
Arts.
I loved.
Yeah, it was
I
a
loved that
great
show.
play. It's such a great play.
So what did you do with them? What did you design for that show?
I designed all the hair and makeup, so I wasn't there every night doing it, but what I did, I'd come in, have meetings, and we'd figure out what they wanted for their look. So I basically designed all the wigs, got them all together, had to, you know, cut some, sculpt some, pin some up in little curlers, you know, do things like that, made sure that everybody had one.
Did you have Barbies as a kid?
Yeah, I did. I mean,
Cut and style your Barbies?
yeah, I did. I was probably pretty bad to my Barbies. I'm like, let's make you look like a monster.
Zombie Barbie. Hey, I bet there's a market for zombie Barbie.
Oh, you know,
Send the prototype.
could be
Send
done.
it to Mattel.
Let's do it.
Is it still Mattel that owns it? I don't know.
Probably.
So you did the wigs and the makeup, and you come up with a plan based on
Yeah.
what the director or the producer wants?
Yeah. And so we came up with that, and then I laid out some, you know, sheets of paper telling all the actors what to do, did an outline of a face, blush here, pink lipstick there. A couple of characters had to be different, like Ula, the lead,
Yes.
had to, you know, be that very like pin-up look.
Va-va-voom.
Va-va-voom, right? And the red lipstick and just, you know, very sexy.
She was fabulous. And then there was my friend Doug.
Oh, Doug Schneider and his comb over.
Oh my God,
that he had.
I love the comb over.
And Ben, is it Ben Jameson? Or
Yeah.
He shaved his head completely. You know, I was sitting around with Carrie Moran, the costume, and I was like, would Ben shave his head? And she was like, let's ask him. And he did. It was
amazing.
Fabulous, you know.
What we'll do for our art.
Yeah, and
right?
so that's basically was my role for the producers.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
I just thought it was brilliant.
Yeah.
So are we taking this
So
scar?
this is
kind
what
of
I'm
scar?
doing on his face. So this is a very interesting kind of makeup scarring liquid. What it does, it really tightens the skin and it pulls it in to where it'll make an indent in your skin.
Oh.
And the fattier place you do it,
Oh,
the more
yes,
it'll
look at that.
start to just pull together and make
Like a scar.
Exactly. So you don't have to build up on somebody's face, and sometimes that can look unreal if you have lines or something, if you put a prosthetic on. But going actually into the skin is a very realistic effect.
Smart.
And then you can go in with the shading and everything and make it look like a gash.
So do you have to leave this to dry for a little while?
It needs several coats, and that's why I'm just kind of doing it over and over again. The more coats you do, the tighter it'll get.
Okay, and then so are we going to match that that to? Oh, I think we got some on your. That's all right there, darling.
It's a word.
You look beautiful. So are we going to do a similar side for what you have on that side with the veins? Is that what you have on that side?
And then we'll do some makeup and some veins.
So how long would something like this last? Like, would it last a full shooting day?
Yeah, it can last a full shooting day. It depends on the actor. The actor, you know, once it's all on, it's kind of their responsibility not to like, brush all the makeup off and everything. You know, the actors have a really hard job keeping it all together with eating throughout the day or being in different kind of weather.
Yeah. I don't want to stop you too much from doing the bloody scar, but I have to ask about, you recently did an underwater shoot, Plan 9. Your husband, filmmaker Johnny Johnson, did a remake of Ed Wood's Plan 9.
Yes.
And I think recently you did an underwater shoot of a zombie.
Yeah.
So how does that differ?
Zombies are so in right now.
I know, they're so in.
They are.
It's a great idea.
Yeah. So the underwater makeup is really interesting. A lot of this makeup on his face is an oil-based makeup, which is great. It's great for masks, for skin. But what we did to be able to have a zombie jump into a pool and have an underwater camera go under there and shoot him, it had to not come off. And it had to withstand several times of him jumping in and going down, getting out, redoing it. So what we used was an alcohol-based makeup.
Oh.
You dip it in 99% alcohol, and then you have these palettes that are hard to the touch, but when you activate it with alcohol, it becomes like a watercolor palette. And you can then paint on, and it doesn't come off with water. It only comes off with alcohol.
Oh my gosh.
So you can just sit there and rub and rub and rub, and
it's not going
anywhere. So it was really cool to do a whole zombie with that kind of makeup. And it was very easy, because once it's done, you're fine.
Yeah, so did you have to like don the bathing suit and be in the water for like the touch-up?
I didn't, no. He'd swim to the end, and I would be down there.
They saved you
They saved me that, yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about some of the other projects that you've done. I mean, I know that you've got some interesting little masks over here that I think we have to introduce to the viewers.
Yeah.
And I know that you're in the middle of doing this lovely
that's
scar.
okay.
But you talked to me a little bit about plaster, the plaster cast.
Here, I'll show you some of these. Yeah. Well, this is how you can basically cast somebody's whole head, and this is just half a head. This is a brow and part of their nose done right here. And this rubber stuff, this fun stuff, is called body double. And you smooth it over their face, their eyes are closed, and then you put plaster bandages on, and then you have this great impression of their face. But you can do the same thing if you make a sculpture onto a head or a face mask like this. You can do that over top of your sculpture and create a negative of this, and then you fill it up with whatever you use. So this is made out of gelatin, and it'll fit right onto that person's face.
Can you put it on me?
Oh, you want to?
Just like hold it up to my face? Hi. Now I'm almost as pretty as you, Talon. That is fantastic.
Yeah, and then you have a chin piece that goes right on the chin.
Look at that. Can I touch that?
Yeah, and it's very flexible.
Wow.
And you put it on with adhesive, and then it looks great. The actor can move.
Now, is that blood latex as well? I mean, it just seems to stay
This is
in
gelatin
place.
blood.
Oh, my goodness.
So when it dries, it stays forever.
That's
and it's
fantastic.
not sticky after
That's
the
so
fact.
impressive. I love that. Yeah. So Mariah, if people wanted to kind of follow your career and see what projects you're working on, is there a place that they can go and visit?
Yeah, my website, bioduckeffects.com. And then it has my email.
And you have a blog.
I have a blog on there. I have pictures. I have a couple of clips from projects that I've done. I'm in the process of making a really nice reel. I've had so much work in the last year alone.
That's
just
fantastic.
so much work. So it's time to update it.
I can't wait to see your reel.
Yeah.
You'll have to send it to us when you're done it.
Yeah.
When you're finished it.
Right,
and if someone wanted to learn how to do it, would you also be willing to teach?
Yeah, I would.
be
I
available
love
for
doing
teaching?
that. I've taught a couple little seminars and things like that. You know, I'm always, oh, here's the good stuff.
Oh my goodness, that is so fantastic. Well, listen, while you're giving him a
Yeah.
bloody face, I'm going to sign off and thank you so much for coming.
Yeah.
You're amazingly
Thank
talented.
you. Thank you for having
you're
me.
Such a joy to have on.
Thanks.
Talent. It's always a pleasure to have you on the show. Well, thanks for tuning in to What's Going On Seville. And again, thank you for supporting kids in television. Stay tuned. We're going to find out what's going on in your world, and then we're going to finish the show with some more music from Tara Mills with Strings Attached. See you next time.
Love is the price of gold.
What's going on, Seville? I'm Sadie Goodman, and this is Sailor.
Excellent. Nicely done, Sadie.
And that's what's going on in my world.
All right, this next song is called Season's End.